want you to do is I want you to put a 3 right here. There's a typo on this guy.
You'll probably explain it better.
Yeah, so I'm just going to have you, since you already know how, all right?
I wanted
It's our secret, you and I. Okay?
me.
The next thing I want you to do is divide. Would ya? Go ahead. We've done it for 2 days. You guys don't need me. Go ahead. We forgot already?
Is that a 3?
Yeah, it's a 3. Sorry. X into 3x cubed, right? Now that you're started, I will start. Oh, I don't have any remainder. In fact, you guys were so good at this yesterday. Didn't you have like 30 minutes of class time left over to work on whatever you wanted to, including your social life? I'm looking good. Do you like doing long division?
No.
Me either. Now, I already have foreshadowed that you guys are going to be mad at me today. But please know that this is a very, very important ability in a lot of our math 1050 stuff. They don't let us do what I'm about to teach you today. Do you see this mess down here?
Yes.
All right. Let me grab a piece of paper because I want to actually write this. Here, let's do it right here. Okay. First of all, where do you think these numbers come from? If the arrow is pointing up there, what are those numbers? The coefficients. Yeah, they're the coefficients. And I'll show you how the rest of this works. Okay? So, I am going to take my coefficients.
Instead of Fred, it could be Greg.
I'm going to write them out. What's that?
Instead of Fred, it's Greg.
It's Greg?
Sure.
Sure. All right. So that was pretty easy to come by. If you're missing a term, what did we have to do in long division when we were missing a term? We had to put a 0 in. Same thing today. If I had been missing a term, I would have to put in 0. Now here's the key. My leading coefficient of my divisor has to be 1 for this to work. Okay, binomial leading coefficient has to be 1, nothing in front of the x. Then you take the opposite of this guy. So when we were doing long division, we focused on x. When we're doing this is called synthetic division, we're going to focus on the constant. I take the opposite of it. Just put it in a little box. After we do this pattern a couple of times, you guys are going to be okay, I promise. Bring down the first one. I get 3. And I'm going to go quick this time. We'll go slower, maybe. 1 times 3.
Great.
Combine using the signs you see. 8 and 3 make 11 times. 1 times 11 is 11. Combine. Times. Combine. Okay, now this is where I've got to be smarter than my little tricky thing here. I've got to come back to my original problem, and I've got to see that I did x cubed divided by x. All right, I've got to look at that. What is x cubed divided by x? X squared. So from the beginning here and going in every term down, I've got x squared plus 11x plus 2. This last one is my remainder.
That's it?
That's it. That's for real. See, who's mad at me? Just admit it. Oh, you guys are too nice to me, because some of you are mad at me right now. All right, let's do it again, shall we? You're like, really?
Lost.
What's that?
I said I can't be mad at you when you lost.
We're going to do it a couple more. We've got 3 more to go. Don't worry. Here we go. All right, what goes in the box? 5. Opposite of this guy. What goes across the top? Coefficient of 1, 3, negative 40. All right, leave some space and a line. Now this is where you say, stop, Mrs. Yates. I missed what happened. All right? Stop me if you need to. Bring down the first number. That's always your first step. Bring down the first number. Multiply. 5 times 1. Okay, you put that here. Combine those numbers. 3 and 5 make 8. All right, now we're going to times again. 5 times 8. 40. We're going to put that in the next space. Combine those. What do you get? What do you think that 0 means?
There's not a...
No remainder, for sure, and that's going to be important later when we're learning more stuff. No remainder. So now I've got to look at my original problem. What is x squared divided by x? So this is 1x plus 8, no remainder. Did I need to even put the 1 there? Could I have turned that into an x? Okay. What do you think?
That is so much easier.
That's way more fun than long division, isn't it? But when is the only time it works? My leading coefficient of the divisor has to be 1, and it needs to be a binomial. We can do synthetic with bigger stuff, but it's uglier. This is fast and easy. Sometimes I think long division is easier with the other stuff. Let's do another one, because you're getting it. What goes in the box? 1 across the top. 1, negative 13, 12. Tell me my first step. I should hear more of you saying that.
Bring down
All right, bring down the 1. Then multiply. 1 times 1.
1.
Combine. Multiply. Combine. All right. What variable am I going to use here? 1x minus 12. So nice, huh? All right. Next one. Last one. What goes in the box? 4. And this is just fancy division, right? We remember what that means? That raised to the negative 1? All right, so we fixed that by, it would be x minus 4, now it'd be raised to the first. And that's what makes it a division problem. Okay, so in the box, what did you tell me?
4.
4, across the top. 2, negative 13, 26. This one's going to come out pretty too. All right, first step, bring down the 2. Times. Combine.
Negative 5.
Times.
Negative 4.
Combine.
6.
Times.
24.
Combine.
0.
All right, what variable do I start with? We've got a cube divided by an x.
X.
So that's 2x squared minus 5x plus 6. You love it? I love it.
I'm just going to use when you know What do you mean by what?
Ah. So if, that's a fair question. If we had 2x squared minus 3x plus 5, and that was divided by 2x minus 1, because of that 2 right there, I can't do synthetic division as it's written. There's a trick that I don't need to show you yet, but there is a trick. So your leading coefficient has to be 1 on your divisor to use synthetic division. Maybe. So, in fact, maybe I better look at those problems. On Alex, what's challenging about this, it's so quick to write it. You guys saw how quick we were doing that. It's going to make you type things in the box. So I apologize for that in advance. However, once we learn how to use this, it's going to make finding zeros in the future so much nicer. So we want to know how to do synthetic division.